from beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. Set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane. Across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Up the middle, Achane. Looking for a seam, but finding none. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Now he can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. In on to stop the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to be knocked off the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Off the play action, Tagovailoa. Puts up this and run. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. That's caught. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They get this out quickly to the left side. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Now first down for Derrick Henry. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They're just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line. But this is just going to make things worse.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Forward side is complete to Edwards. He's tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
And we'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Wanna quit?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rhodes. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Jackson going to keep it. And bulldozing his way through. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st down, it's Rhodes. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out and they hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Here's Achane to start the drive. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard in 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the gun, it's Tua. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Oh, the gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to pass. Tua. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
A run straight ahead with Achane. That's a run. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Here's Tua. And hits him in stride. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the handoff, it's Achane. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Travis Kelce for 4 yards out. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And he's run for long on the new year as his kick is good. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, rush the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Jackson and Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
They're going to empty the backfield here, so you know this ball's likely to come out quick. They let the 4 outside receivers run deeper routes, and then let the tight end just make a beeline across the formation. He's able to make the catch and turn it into good yardage and a 1st down.
Now it's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led it too far, incomplete.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. He's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline. They drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, and make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of you guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Devon Achane, 33 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. Still moving. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 71 yards. And the Ravens are back within a score. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Now they'll go with a reverse. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown. Across midfield. He's on his way. And he will take it in. The Dolphins stretching out. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Aubrey going with the PAT. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now Jackson. And Walker with it over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it in.
And here's hit. He lost the football. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here. From the gun, Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. They'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
H.N. gets it from the gun. And down to the 41.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football, getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I even brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. Pass on a crossing line is complete. This is Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Bateman, he'll go in motion right here. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
DC ready?
First down carry for Henry. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 jump plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
That's caught the run. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Now they'll try to run a reverse here. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 185 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Right back to H.N. on 2nd down. And now the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. This is going to be caught in by the tight end Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 45 yards. And the Ravens strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Luke now for the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
It's Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Two and a Tyreek for the Miami first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Short throw held in by Kelsey. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Second and 3 at their 48-yard line. Ready. Wait.
They'll give this to Achan. And they'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Achan here. They stay on the ground. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
First and 10 at the 32.
Here's first and 10. Again, running right, Achan. Just inside the 25-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A run now from Achan. Well, he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achan with now 3 touchdowns. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. He's got it at the 2. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jackson to throw. And out wide, he's got the connection to Walker. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Coverage terrific there as it's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here comes 2nd down. Jackson. He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Jackson. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. There we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have on front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Out of the gun, here's a good low turn. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. On 3rd down, H.A. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably The calendar reads 2026. It is Week 18, the final week of the regular season. Every game on the schedule is a division battle, and this is one of the best. The Seahawks and 49ers come your way next.
Just important. I'm in the city with a flag, we get it done.